Hi, my name is Blaze and I'm an engineer at ThirdAI. In this video, we'll go through a demo for how to perform query formulation using ThirdAI's Universal Deep Transformer model. What is query formulation, you ask? Well, let's start with an example. A simple example of query formulation is spell correction in user-typed query, but that is just one part of it. Let us illustrate the complexity of query formulation with the following example. Suppose the user types the query dustbin with lid. Ideally, in the American context, this query should be reformulated to trash can with lid. Notice that the original query is perfectly grammatically correct, but it is likely that a lot of related products will have tags trash cans rather than dustbins. So the bottom line here is that reformulating dustbin to trash can improve your recommendation engine and potentially improve revenues. Therefore, query formulation can be defined as a reformulation of a customer-typed query into a different query whose results in the current system match better the user's intent. Clearly, query formulation is domain-specific. Consider another query, twin B. In the gaming industry, it should be corrected to twin B with no space, while in the furniture industry, it should be corrected to twin bed. State-of-the-art encoder-decoder or reinforcement learning-based approaches are currently used to address this problem. These models, however, suffer a great deal from high cost in terms of training and poor inference latency, which makes it hard to deploy in a performance-critical production environment. Currently, to solve query formulation, you need state-of-the-art AI infrastructure, a team of trained AI scientists, and likely expensive hardware. ThirdAI's UDT can solve this without any of the above prerequisites. You can get going in a matter of minutes. And with UDT on even a personal computer or desktop, you can still be able to achieve better than state-of-the-art results. Let us illustrate how to do query formulation with ThirdAI's UDT in the following demo. We'll begin by installing the ThirdAI's Python package and other dependencies using pip. While that is installing, we're also going to need the Snip's built-in intent dataset from Hugging Face, which is typically used for semantics text similarity, but to make it suitable for query formulation, we preprocess it such that it has a lot of noise and we can use it to reformulate queries that have been noised. Since preprocessing the dataset takes a lot of time, I've already done that for you. So we already have our training data and our testing data, and we have a batch for inference. But let's explore our dataset to see what it looks like. As you can see, we have target queries and source queries, and target queries are supposed to be reformulations for our source queries, and we're going to use this to train our UDT model. And once we have our dataset, the job is more or less done. Let us tell UDT what we're trying to predict and what the inputs are. And that will be it. UDT will take care of everything else. So we'll initialize our UDT model again by specifying the name of the columns that have the source queries and target queries for our model to be able to know what to train on. For your own custom training data, you just have to ensure that your input CSV has both a column with incorrect queries and another column with the target reformulations, since both column names are required to construct this UDT model. Now, in a single line of code, we instruct UDT to start training. As you can see, on a dataset that is close to 1 million samples, we are able to train like really fast. And now that we have a trained model, we can predict on a single input sample to get the top K recommended query formulations as follows. So we just call model.predict and pass in the query that we want to reformulate and specify the number of reformulations that we need. As you can see, although our input query has a lot of noise, we're still able to get very close reformulations that actually make sense in the English language. If we wanted a batch prediction, we would simply need a batch of queries as a list, and then we can make a batch prediction call using the UDT API. Simply by calling model.predict batch, we are able to get 5 correct reformulations for each one of these queries. And voila, the UDT model is able to give us good reformulations for each one of the input queries. Try this out for yourself by checking out the Jupyter Notebook in our public demo on GitHub. You can also check out other demos we have for other capabilities with UDT, such as fraud detection, intent classification, sentiment analysis, etc. To summarize, in this video, we walked through how to create a query formulation model and what query formulation is in the context of machine learning using ThirdAI's UDT model. And we went through a demo for how to do exactly that and be able to achieve better than state-of-the-art results in terms of training and inference latency. And we're talking sub 2 millisecond for inference. Thank you.